penguin walks into a bar, and he goes up to the bartender and says, my brother hasn't come home for like 3 nights. Have you seen him? The bartender says, I don't know, what does he look like? Penguins still look like. Okay.
It'll just get better
This is
from
the
there.
worst one.
All right.
There were these 2 vultures sitting on a bench. Well, they're standing on a table, picnic table, and they're talking to a seagull. And the seagull evidently is responding to something. I guess the vultures invited them for dinner. And he goes, sounds delicious, but I think I'll just get some French fries. Vultures, they eat dead things. Okay. So,
Now that you're warmed up.
what else? What else we go there? Boston, yeah, I did some stand-up comedy in Boston. I just thought I'd try it out. See, at our house, the kids, we couldn't talk at all. So just the parents, you know. And at first, I married a Jewish woman, and then I found out that everybody talks at the table. Everybody, and usually all at once. But no, that was the first thing. There was usually a meme going around that was popular. You do stand-up comedy. I took a class in it, and you'd stand up for like 5 minutes. And one of the memes was imaginary friends at the time. So I don't think I did it right, because my imaginary friends, they wouldn't play with me. Yeah, I had to pay them. And you know, it's tough on a quarter a week, trying to keep the friends around. So I watched my mother write out checks, so I started writing them checks, you know, in crayon and like an index card or something like that. And these 2 people used to come by, Reginald and his little girlfriend, Jennifer. He was always towing her along. And so I paid him. I gave him a check. I don't remember what it was for. It was a yellow crayon, but he cashed it. I don't know where it went. And so that was great for a while. He came back, and he had this, he had Jennifer, when she was in one of those radio flyers, a wagon, nice bright red one, big tires and all that. Wow, I'm paying this guy too much. No, stuff like that. I was just happy to have some, to get a response from the audience. It was great. It was a hard time getting me to sit down after a while. We're closing. Yeah, I'm not finished, you know, like that. So, I mean, I had another story I was going to tell, but it was boring, and you know, so I left that out. Let's see. I did write some poetry too. Maybe let's sum it up. It's called The Haggard Man. While running down a sunlit road, my mind an empty gray, I saw this wretched, haggard man coming round the way. As he approached, I saw he had a rock upon his shoulder. In his hand, he held a letter, and with each step, he grew older. There were lashes on his back and shackles around his feet. Blood ran from his fingers. This man had met defeat. Such a man deserves to lose. I struck him with a stone. I grabbed the letter from his hand and let him die alone. The laughter from my lips drove his flesh into the ground. But when I reached the light, I turned, and he was nowhere to be found. Now, why should I recall this? And why, in such a way? That old man died in April. I wasn't born till May. So I was 24 when I wrote that, 78, and it still rings true to me, something like that. Okay, that's it.
All right.